Hey everybody, welcome to week 5. This is just going to be a quick overview of what is expected of you this week. We are wrapping up the first unit, our first writing unit, our first essay. So it's what dates are we going by? February 14th, Valentine's Day, to February 20th. So here we have the due date for the assignment this week is Sunday, February 20th. No later than 11:59. Of course, if you need extra time working on your revision, please just send me an email so I can be on the lookout for it and grade it when it comes in. Okay, thank you for that. Down here we have our to-do list. This says, this week you will continue to revise, proofread, and submit your draft. That means your final draft or your revised draft. So our to-do list, you are to watch the week 5 overview video, which you're doing right now. There's also a revision video, which is probably about, it's less than 15 minutes long, I think. No, might be about 17 minutes long because I did add some stuff to the beginning of it. There are some suggested readings that I'll get to in a moment, and then we have these links for the writing process part 3, which are related primarily to proofreading, editing, and revision. Actually, mostly editing and proofreading. And then we have a separate revision area. And then we have the submission link for the assignment. Remember that your revised and proofread essay is due Sunday, the 20th. It should be at least 1,250 words, which is roughly about 5 pages. That would be 5 double-spaced 12-point font pages. I also want you to use at least 5 sources. Remember, one of those sources can be the video if you refer to anything that Dan Raisel says in your paper, and then hopefully some of the sources that you found for your annotated bibliography. And that should be presented in MLA format. So let's look at the resources for week 5. So here at the top, you'll see I have a video titled Revision, Making Order from Chaos. And this is actually based on a little mini lecture that I did for my English Comp 2 class at UC last week. But I couldn't use the whole thing, and I didn't feel good about, kind of recycling that. I did want to use parts of it because I just like the material that I presented. I did tag on some overview of the revision process and the materials that we have in the revision strategies handout. So you'll see here that I have these 3 documents for you. The first one is revision strategies, and I'll just open that up, and I'd say much more about this, so I'm just going to kind of gloss over it. There are several different suggestions for how to go about revising your draft. Remember that revising is more than just proofreading and editing. It's really thinking more about getting the most meaning out of your words. And sometimes you have to change things, right, to really get your meaning across to your readers. So take a look at this revision strategies handout. And, if you want to, you can read along with the video. Let me go back. And then I have these 2 other readings. They're not required, but I think they are really, really great readings for students. They're very accessible. The first one is called Shitty First Drafts by a writer by the name of Anne Lamott. Anne Lamott. I do that constantly because we're just transposing letters there. We're changing the M and the L there. So Anne Lamott, not Malott. Let me open that up for you. And this is called Shitty First Drafts. I'm sorry if the title offends you, but this is Anne's style of writing. She is humorous and very tongue-in-cheek, And I like to give this to students early on in the semester so that they understand that seasoned professional writers also have their struggles getting their drafts done, right? Those first drafts can be really crappy sometimes, as I'm sure you have experienced, maybe not now, but in the past. So yeah, this is just a couple of pages, like less than 3 full pages. And she writes in a style that I said is extremely accessible. Excuse me. And she is very humorous. So this one definitely I suggest reading because I just think it's a great piece of writing. The second one is slightly more academic. It's called Learning the Uses of Chaos from Anne Berthoff, another Anne, her book that she wrote in 1980 called The Making of Meaning. Anne Berthoff is one of my favorite English studies scholars. She's written a lot of great stuff about composing, English composition, and how to go about teaching composing for students and that kind of thing. This, I just think, is a really great chapter from that book, and it's just 5 short pages. So, you know, even though you have more pages in the handout, it's just, it's a quick read, and I think it's not too heavy in academic jargon that it's beneficial for students to read too. But if you don't have time for it, it's okay. You can just listen to me babble on in the video about some of the things that Berthoff says in this chapter. Excuse me. So, and you don't have to read this page called Discovering Limits, or the preface. That's just, I copied this information because it's actually from a book that I own. Let's do that. And yeah, so that is Learning the Uses of Chaos. If you have time, read it, but it's not a huge one. But I definitely recommend reading Shitty First Drafts, and of course, taking a look at the revision strategies handout. By all means, please, please, please watch the videos. I don't record them for myself because I know this stuff. I record them for you so that it can help you with understanding. And I know that it can be difficult sometimes. We don't have a lot of time. You know, you're working, you're taking other classes, taking care of families, what have you. But the wonderful thing is with these videos, if you click on this gear here, you can change the playback speed so that you can make it go twice as fast. And if you put the closed captioning on, the closed captions should come on. They should be available soon. I just posted this morning, so it takes YouTube a little while to get the captions done. But if you click on the closed captions, then you can read along as well, so that you can get through a 17, almost 18-minute video in about half the time. So that's just a little tip and trick that perhaps you didn't know about, but hopefully you're all pretty tech savvy and know these tips and tricks. So that's it for week 5. I look forward to reading your revisions. Again, if you need any help, I am here for office hours. You can schedule outside of my designated office hour times if you need to. And oh, what else? Oh, yeah, if you need some extra time to finish your revision, as I said before at the beginning of the video, please just send me an email. That's just a courtesy to me, so I know I have some idea of when to expect your submission. And so yeah, good luck with those revisions, and have a great week. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.